It's the day after the apocalypse, also known as the Big Blue Giants downfall for a day. What they were doing and how they were doing it, who knows? But boy, really gives you a reminder of how dependent we are on digital delivery. Yeah, well, if I could digitally deliver my voice, that'd be great. Well, I can. And that's what today is about. A tip of the Grant's Sound Advice Coffee Cup to you this morning. It's Tuesday, October 5th, and it's Tech Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, I have been doing What's It Take to Get Started in VoiceOver. So today we're going to talk about, this is episode 14, by the way, and we're going to talk about, where do I get business? Okay, I've done everything you said, Grant, but now I don't have any business. Well, any business without customers isn't really a business. It's a hobby. It's something to do on the weekends. So one of the things that is great about VoiceOver, and I guess any other part-time business you might want to start, if you're not sure you're all in, if you're not sure how far you want to go, if you're not sure this is even for you, and I'm going to talk about audiobooks in just a second, but starting out part-time is a good way to go. Well, how do I start? Well, in the past, it's always been about talent agencies, places where you can go and, put your demos up there, and then, somebody calls a talent agency and says, I need a big booming bass voice guy. And they've got 5 talents that fit that bill, and they send them 10 demos, and the customer goes through them and says, I want that guy from Southwest Virginia. And all of a sudden, I've got work. So that is certainly a way to go. The challenge is how do you get to all those talent agencies? How do you find out where they are? And what do you do? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of just grunt picking up the phone. Hi, I wondered if you're taking demos right now. Yes, who can I send them to? Can I have an email? It's all about that. So that's the first place you can start. You can do that with Google. You can do that with a search engine. You can do that tomorrow. Is it fun? No. But does it work? Certainly, eventually. So do you have a demo? And that's something else. We'll talk about it another time. But the thing is that you've got to find work. Well, one of the easier, and I put easier in quotes because none of this is easy stuff. None of this is just hanging a shingle up and you're going to get, orders. Digital delivery platforms. Well, probably the most famous right now, or the biggest until they get knocked off by somebody else, is Fiverr, and that's Fiverr.com. And the original concept when it started is what I've been told is that, hey, I'll do that for a $5. And, all the jobs were based on a $5 bill, basically. And people say, well, I don't want to work there. It's only $5. Well, that's not how it works. And I'm not going to go into it too far here, but it's not unusual to see voice artists with $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 and more orders on Fiverr. So take the name and forget about that. UpWork is another digital delivery platform. It works a little differently, but both of these platforms are multiple digital delivery platforms. So you can do more than just voice work on these platforms. If you do Excel spreadsheets, you could put those up and, maybe you do pivot tables or whatever. You can do that. You can create websites. You can do logos, both of those sites. And of course, then we go down to the more traditional traditional, I don't know if it's traditional anymore, but more exacting websites are things like Voices123, Voices.com, Voquent, Voice Bunny. Oh my goodness. I don't know how many there are. I'm not going to bother doing the research because if you want to find one, they're out there. The difference between Fiverr and UpWork and the other ones I mentioned is Fiverr and UpWork, there is no cost to join. There is no cost up front. They take a percentage of your sales. But Grant, that's 20%. Yep, sure is. Start calling producers, start calling talent agencies, start collecting emails, and see how much time that takes you. And then think about, hey, for only 20%, I don't have to do any of that to a point. It's worth consideration. Okay. Another thing to consider is going on ACX. Now, ACX is also a digital delivery platform, but that's all they do. ACX is audiobooks, or you think of getting books on Prime. That's where they come from. So there's basically two ways on there to play. The first one is submit a book, the rights holder accepts it, and you both wait for money to come in. And that's, you may get paid $1 a month or $5 a month as their book sells in perpetuity, really, for forever. The other way is you get paid to produce the book. Here's $1,000, here's $500, whatever it is. Produce my book, you give them a file, you never see another dime. If they're Tom Clancy and get millions and millions and millions, you got your $500. So there's no good way. There's just the way you choose to go. Are there other ways? Absolutely. Another way to get work is to have your website and have all your demos on your website. At grantsvoice.com, you can see a big range of demos. Keeping them updated and current and all that kind of stuff can be a challenge, but hey, that's what we're in business for. So hopefully this gives you 5 or 6 or 10 different things to think about as you approach the marketplace. If you know somebody that has a big business, start with, hey, can I record your phone system? Do you have any files you need recorded, like for onboarding HR people and things like that? It's worth an ask. And somebody knows somebody, and you can start posting on Instagram or Facebook when it's up, and see what kind of business you can get that way too. So there's all those kind of things. LinkedIn, it's not necessarily a place to play and get paid, but those three are another way to reach an audience. So I hope that's helped. It's, again, episode 14 of how to start a voiceover business. This one more appropriate to voiceover than general business. Where do I get business? So hope this helped. If you would like and subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate that. Share with a friend. I'm trying to build my audience. I'm trying to build what I do. So share it out if you would. Have a great day. Don't crash Facebook again, please. I've got thoughts about that. I'm just going to shut up. Have a great Tuesday. See you tomorrow for Wednesday.